Fuck yeah, I made a sandcastle.
Garret
Here, look at my
says,
sandcastle.
look, I make house. Garret says, yay. Garret says, sand castle. Garret says, I like. Keto underscore subomi underscore v1 says, its so cool, so cool.
Do you know what that's from?
Garret says, it's sandy. Garret says, lots of sand.
Yeah, that's a lot of sand.
Garret says, why so sandy? Garret says, fuck. Garret says, I fell.
I'm just so fucking entertained.
Garret says, it hurted my toes.
It's so fucking funny to me.
Garret says, you laughing at my pain.
It's not even the pain that I'm laughing at.
Garret says, I studied my toes. Garret says, fuck. Garret says, I lost all the wood.
You lost all the what?
Garret says, I need to get wood. Garret says, how do I get wood?
You're done building your house.
Garret says, this world is shit.
Stop.
Garret says, it's flat. Garret says, there's no wood. Garret says, wait. Garret says, wait.
I'm waiting. Wait.
Garret says, maybe there's wood and sand. Garret says, damn it.
I in the sand.
Garret says, there's no wood. Garret says, yay sweet merciful.
No!
Garret says, PLS.
No! No!
Garret says, fuck. Garret says, I need wood.
I hate this so much.
Garret says, do you know where I get wood?
From me?
Garret says, PLS.
I don't know what PLS means.
Garret says, help.
I don't know what help is.
Garret says, need wood.
You know what? Here.
Garret says, yay wood.
Just wait for the OCD to kick in.
Garret says, fuck. Garret says, it's light wood.
Yeah, it is.
Garret says, what the fuck? Garret says, why is it light wood?
Okay, you need to stay inside of that, okay?
Garret says, why?
Because I'm gonna send a zombie raid on you.
Garret says, why question mark?
Why question mark? Why is there a question mark? Oh wow.
Garret says, light wood cannot save against zombies.
I've realized.
Garret says, need sword. Garret says, need door. Garret says, fuck. Garret says, nighttime. Garret says, nighttime brings much fuck. Garret says, I am so fuck.
Oh shit, chicken zombie.
Garret says, no door or sword.
Well, stay in the sense.
Garret says, oh shit.
Okay.
Garret says, protect the sand castle.
Exactly, see? Look at that.
Garret says, holy moly.
See, that's a moat.
Garreto Conver says not as good as lava.
Yeah. But this you can still collect the items.
Much louder though.
You can collect items with this though.
Garreto Conver says true.
Except it doesn't kill kid
Conver
zombies.
says I like items.
You still have 2 children zombies over here wanting to murder you.
Garreto Conver says damn it.
Here.
Garreto Conver says this is a lesson in pain, for Zamim.
Presents.
Garreto Conver says yay. Garreto Conver says I now has sword.
More presents. We gonna play a game now.
Garreto Conver says I can swing my sword.
I can swing my sword, my
Garreto
diamond
Conver says sword.
And I spawn.
Garreto Conver says die you little shits. Garreto Conver says fuck.
Hey, Garret! Garret?
Garreto Conver says he slapped me.
Garret?
Garreto Conver says oh. Garreto Conver says spooky horse.
Go ahead.
Garreto Conver says fuck. Garreto Conver says can't ride my horse.
Is he gonna do it? Hit him.
Garreto Conver says he like me.
Hit him. He's not gonna do it! But that one. Oh, baby!
Garreto Conver says what he do?
He's a little fucker right now.
Garreto Conver says oh Bobby Skelly horse.
Bobby.
Garreto Conver says yes. Garreto Conver says Bobby.
Oh, wait.
Garreto Conver says how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if it could do all that? Keto _subomi _v1 says 42. Garreto Conver says yeet. Garreto Conver says fire. Garreto Conver says fire good. Garreto Conver says fuck. Garreto Conver says fire gone.
None of them are gonna do it. I'm annoyed. So let's just...
Garreto Conver says this place is like the 6th circle of hell. Garreto Conver says shit.
Spider.
Garreto Conver says that's a lot of fuck. Garreto Conver says pig save me. Garreto Conver says yay. Garreto Conver says shit. Garreto Conver says he has sword. Garreto Conver says save me light wood.
Okay, this is gonna hurt. Okay, we're good.
Garreto Conver says ouch. Garreto Conver says that hurt.
Yeah. Alright, what else can we do?
Garreto Conver says my toes too.
Your toes. You know what, let's take that armor off, you don't need it.
Garreto Comber says you hurted me toes.
Take the armor off, you don't need it. Come here.
Garreto Comber says panda.
We're gonna try to find the different panda emotions.
Garreto Comber says sad panda.
Yeah, there's a sad panda actually. Or there's a weak
Garreto
panda.
Comber says happy panda.
Here's a weak panda.
Garreto Comber says titan panda. Garreto Comber says snot. Garreto Comber says he will be my best friend. Garreto Comber says I love snot.
I think these are just normal pandas.
Garreto Comber says snot best panda.
Looking for a playful panda now.
Garreto Comber says he deserves bamboo.
Playful panda, I think. Is it gonna play though? We don't need this.
Garreto Comber says do we purge the non-believers? Garreto Comber says he flip.
Of course, I'm not looking.
Garreto Comber says hole should he flip.
Yeah, he flipped.
Garreto Comber says big flip. Garreto Comber says much panda.
That one's on
Garreto
its back.
Comber says yay bamboo. Garreto Comber says fuck.
That's a normal panda.
Garreto Comber says wake up.
Let him sleep. Gotta feed the panda.
Garreto Comber says no sleepy pandas.
I mean, there should be an aggressive panda
Garreto
that...
Comber says wake
doesn't
up
like-
damn it.
For a brown panda. There's an aggressive panda. He's coming at you.
Garreto Comber says I like the pandas.
This one's an aggressive panda. He might try to fuck with you.
Garreto Comber says oh anger boi.
Oh, anger boy.
Garreto Comber says yeet.
It's a safe place for pandas.
Garreto Comber says why he so mad.
I don't know, woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
Garreto Comber says such mad panda.
I'm creating a
Garreto
biome.
Comber says wait.
Creating a biome.
Garreto Comber says they don't have beds.
The pandas?
Garreto Comber says no.
What?
Garreto Comber says just flat grass. Garreto Comber says we need to make panda beds.
You want dirt?
Garreto Comber says yeet. Garreto Comber says thank you.
I want at least one brown panda. Got one! Oh, the baby panda sneezed. And it scared all the pandas.
Garreto Comber says yay. Garreto Comber says they all jumped.
He's a little
Garreto
weak
Comber
panda.
says best meme.
How do you breed
Garreto
panda
Comber says this is Bobby Snot.
I'm making pandas fuck. Oh, that one don't like
Garreto
you.
Comber says fuck.
See, that's an
Garreto
aggressive
Comber
panda.
says he eat me.
Did you hurt him?
Garreto Comber says no.
Making the panda fuck.
Garreto Comber says he shot first like Han Solo.
Okay, we have one brown panda.
Garreto Comber says
So
he
how
do it
many
again,
babies
I purge
can we
his
get
gene
out of
pool.
brown panda? Oh.
Garreto Comber says yeet.
Look at this little baby angry panda. Come here, baby.
Comber says come fuck. Garreto Comber says duh.
Oh. Come look at him, though.
Garreto Comber says fuck. Garreto Comber says his wife avenged him.
Oh, you look at the baby angry panda. Where'd he go? There he is.
Garreto Comber says aw.
Look at the angry baby
Garreto
panda.
Comber says he's so small.
I don't know. There's also a sick panda somewhere.
Garreto Comber says look at the smole.
And every time the baby one sneezes, all the pandas jump. Oh, this is what creative turns into. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all the pandas real fast. And us. Hold on.
Garreto
Breathe.
Comber says sad.
Ooh.
Garreto Comber says that was dark.
Okay,
Garreto Comber says ouch.
we need to clear these out real fast.
Garreto Comber says no.
Yes, I have a plan. We just gotta clear
Garreto
these out
Comber
first.
says I love the Bob Mua.
The babu.
Garreto Comber says fuck.
Never mind, that was better in creative. Help me get rid of all the bamboo. We're gonna make a bamboo fence so that we can
Garreto
breed.
Comber says when a problem comes along, explode it.
No.
Garreto Comber says I swing my sword.
I can swing my sword, sword, my diamond sword, sword. You
Garreto
cannot
Comber
afford,
says ye.
afford my diamond sword, sword. That is expensive. I have a right of. Okay. I'm gonna make a giant circle of bamboo. I don't know if you can walk through it when it's grown. We'll find out. If so, I will make a fence.
Garreto Comber says I like circles. Garreto Comber says I once had a friend who liked trapezoids.
Wand.
Garreto Comber says ye. Garreto Comber says friend. Garreto Comber says I wish I had friends.
I'm a friend.
Garreto Comber says yay.
There is no escape.
Garreto Comber says friend watch out for your toes. Garreto Comber says I fall a lot and hurt my toes. Garreto Comber says no falling.
Got it. No falling.
Garreto Comber says friend no need hurted toes.
Got it.
Garreto Comber says nice fence.
Thank you. Are you able to jump over
Garreto
this
Comber
fence?
says big square. Garreto Comber says nope.
Cool.
Garreto Comber says that's a fence.
That is a fence.
Garreto Comber says why was the pretzel so upset?
Why was the pretzel so upset?
Garreto Comber says he was assaulted. Garreto Comber says ha 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 ha. Garreto Comber says I can be corny too, just like popcorn. Garreto Comber says what do you call a mountain of cats?
A meowton?
Garreto Comber says meowtin. Garreto Comber says ye.
The think what I'm happiest most about is the ye.
Garreto Comber says you know me too well.
Yes.
Garreto Comber says damn it. Garreto Comber says I need to try harder.
Bamboo.
Garreto Comber says like Reddit. Ha 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 ha.
Wait, what?
Garreto Comber says that was shit joke.
Yes.
Garreto Comber says Milosh wrote it.
Milosh.
Garreto Comber says fuck.
Milosh. Milosh.
Garreto Comber says Milosh.
There you go.
Garreto Comber says yay.
Milosh. Okay. We're gonna have to kill Panda.
Garreto Comber says okay.
We need one of every panda. What are you?
Garreto Comber says we purge their gene pool.
Yes. That's a happy panda, so we keep that panda.
Garreto Comber says with sword.
This one is a sad panda. It has a frown.
Garreto Comber says can I have lighter?
No. What are you?
Garreto
Kill this
Comber
panda.
says damn it. Garreto Comber says yay.
I hate the sound. Okay. This
Garreto
is
Comber
a sad
says
panda.
you died
Kill
for
it.
the guinea pig queen. Garreto Comber says kill.
Kill. We have one. We need one of every panda. He hurt you. Keep the panda. It's an angry panda. Let's move.
Garreto Comber says it bleeds for the kingdom.
I don't like that. It's an angry panda. Just kill it.
Garreto Comber says all must serve their queen. Garreto Comber says die.
Presents.
Garreto Comber says yay.
Playful panda.
Garreto Comber says no boots.
No, I lost your boots. I don't know where they are.
Garreto Comber says toes exposed.
Kill it. Kill this one. Not that one!
Garreto Comber says fuck.
This one. I feed it. Here you go.
Garreto Comber says I'm hurted.
That's cute. We can keep him.
Garreto Comber says they hurt. Garreto Comber says my toes hurt.
Hey.
Garreto Comber says help. Garreto Comber says need more healing.
How many types of pandas are there? Normal, lazy, worried, playful.
Garreto Comber says panda stole my food. Garreto Comber says now I'm bleeding slowly. Garreto Comber says she hate me.
Okay, so.
Garreto Comber says sandcastle.
We are
Garreto Comber
missing
says I like sand.
1, 2, 3 types of panda. Alright, you ready?
Garreto Comber says what the frick you lookin' at M8.
Kill it. Kill this one over here.
Garreto Comber says anger panda hate me.
Yeah, anger panda hates everyone. This one, climbing, murder. This one, climbing,
Garreto
murder.
Comber says climb panda dies this day. Garreto Comber says fuck.
This panda over here. Right here.
Garreto Comber says climb panda had fight in him.
This climb panda.
Garretocomber says damn it they climb.
Oh, that one we can keep. That one's a worried panda.
Garretocomber says ye.
Get rid of him. This one over here. Okay, we got a sick panda.
Garretocomber says worried panda makes me sad. Garretocomber says they run away.
They do.
Garretocomber says so sad. Garretocomber says why they no like me.
Oh. Okay.
Garretocomber says but all I did was cleanse their gene pool for the kingdom. Garretocomber says why they hate me.
There we go, we got all the pandas.
Garretocomber says yay. Garretocomber says brownie.
Okay, who we breeding first?
Garretocomber says best panda. Garretocomber says this one.
With who?
Garretocomber says worried sad panda.
The worried panda or the sad panda? There are two different ones.
Garretocomber says worried.
Worried? Actually, no, there aren't. There...
Garretocomber says he here.
Do we have a lazy? Hold on.
Garretocomber says he run. Garretocomber says he shy.
Okay. So we gonna make a corner. He's the one over there in the corner.
Garretocomber says he need dad ass. Garretocomber says he run.
Run him back into the corner. I'll get brown panda.
Garretocomber says ye. Garretocomber says move damn it. Garretocomber says yay.
Brown panda. Brown panda.
Garretocomber says mission get.
Come on, brown panda. Let's go.
Garretocomber says he in corner.
I'm also bringing normal panda. Or is this lazy? I think that might be lazy.
Garretocomber says threesome.
No.
Garretocomber says gross. Garretocomber says too many toes.
Get out!
Garretocomber says in too many holes.
Ew. Panda!
Garretocomber says you know that was funny.
No.
Garretocomber says ye.
Get in there.
Garretocomber says come on brownie. Garretocomber says get dad ass. Garretocomber says a hearts.
They made a baby worried
Garretocomber
panda.
says yay. Garretocomber says small worried boy.
Okay, we need to get mama out. Can you scare the mom worried panda out? If I put a door.
Garretocomber says it's okay worried boy. You be best boy.
This is gonna be weird.
Garretocomber says how fuck I get in.
This is gonna be
Garretocomber
weird.
says oh.
But I need to breed the brown panda and the baby panda.
Garretocomber says weird.
Oh, damn it. Baby's out.
Garretocomber says worried too fat to get through gate.
Okay, but
Garretocomber
baby
says
got out.
fuck.
Baby got out. Baby got out! Move! Garret!
Garretocomber says go to gate.
Trying to get the baby in.
Garretocomber says go to gate you fuck.
Okay, big pandas can't fit through the gate.
Garretocomber says too fat.
Okay, so don't scare the baby out. Don't scare the baby out. God damn it, Garret.
Garreto Comber says Bobby run.
Come here, little Bobby. Come here, little baby. Come here, little baby. Come here.
Garreto Comber says flee.
Come here. We're just gonna breed you with your father. This isn't how breeding works, I promise.
Garreto Comber says you are about to become bread bait.
Bless you.
Garreto Comber says flee for life.
Okay, but I just wanna breed more brown pants.
Garreto Comber says it's a trap.
Where, Bobby?
Garreto Comber says you poor bastard.
Oh, look at you rolling.
Garreto Comber says he flip. Garreto Comber says he flop.
Because now he has a recessive trait for
Garreto
being a
Comber
brown
says
pant.
small flippy flop.
Just want to test something. Grow up.
Garreto Comber says he want food.
You and you. Won't breed.
Garreto Comber says fat boy want food.
Okay, fine, they won't breed then. Make a new one.
Garreto Comber says they know want some fuck. Garreto Comber says yay.
They made a brown panda. That's all I needed.
Garreto Comber says he has girlfriend. Garreto Comber says now Bobby Brownie.
We gotta get the baby brownie out now.
Garreto Comber says you locked me in here if panda fuck.
You weren't locked
Garreto
in.
Comber says damn it.
Actually, we can just let them all out. It don't matter. Bleh. Panda life. They need water.
Garreto Comber says they following you. Garreto Comber says they smell the beamaboo.
The beamaboo.
Garreto Comber says yeet. Garreto Comber says yay water. Garreto Comber says welcome to Simzoo.
This is just sensitive.
Garreto Comber says in today's episode. Garreto Comber says panda fuck, water park, more fuck, maybe dysentery.
Dysentery? Are you trying to say dysentery?
Garreto Comber says butt juice, Hershey squirts. Garreto Comber says yeet.
It is getting late.
Garreto Comber says too much bamaba makes butt juice.
Nope.
Garreto Comber says come back. Garreto Comber says PLS.
Nope.
Garreto Comber says they looking at me. Garreto Comber says he hot gun. Garreto Comber says Hal. Garreto Comber says they want me skin. Garreto Comber says hi hi.
I'm not sure which way is.
Garreto Comber says panda naturally afraid of sandcastle. Garreto Comber says I safe here. Garreto Comber says hot. Garreto Comber says fuck. Garreto Comber says what? Garreto Comber says why you do this? Garreto Comber says all I wanted was a PSA on butt juice awareness. Garreto Comber says oh mush cow. Garreto Comber says ride the cow.
No, get away from the cow.
Garreto Comber says ride. Garreto Comber says ouch.
But look at the cow now.
Garreto Comber says what hell.
Now.
Garreto Comber says he crispy.
Wait, come here.
Garreto Comber says poor cow.
Use a bowl on him.
Garreto Comber says that's gross. Garreto Comber says but tasty. Garreto Comber says endless cow soup.
I think I'm gonna hop off soon.
Garreto Comber says oh noes. Garreto Comber says bye bye folks. Garreto Comber says and thank you for watching. Garreto Comber says bear.